Hello there, like we told you, my journey, my story is here to motivate the youth out there to get up and do something for themselves. I'm sure you watched the first episode. If you didn't, subscribe to our YouTube page, Perfect Television, for more interesting stories. My name is Yufin Koma, and today we have another interesting interview right here inside KQ Bar and Lounge. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Welcome to the second edition of My Journey, My Story. My name is Yofin Koma. On the first edition, we had here the youngest counselor, Counselor Suleiman. If you haven't watched that video yet, go onto our YouTube page, Perfect Television, to get to watch more of our stories. Today I have here with me this great and humble man. Mempede makasa bebre, mempede nankasa or introduce no more. Hello, sir.
Hi, pleasure for having me. My name is Kweku Taylor. My maiden name was Anthony DeRoy Taylor, and I changed my name, in 2014 to Kweku Taylor. So now I am officially known as Kweku Taylor. Um, I'm the manager for estate maintenance at the Electricity Company of Ghana, and married with 3 children. I come from Saltpond. I was born and bred here. I had almost all my education at Saltpond except the A level, where I went to St. Augustine's College. Then I went to Tech for my first degree. I continued to the University of Sunderland in the UK and came back. Ever since, I've been working with the ECG.
Oh, that's interesting. I don't mean to cut you, but okay, so from Anthony DeRoy Taylor, what happened that you had to change your name to Kweku Taylor? Any reason behind that?
Well, this came about because when I went to the UK, I was studying in Sunderland. Um, I had to open a bank account, and when I went to the bank, I gave them my name, and the woman just looked at me. Uh, I thought your name Anthony DeRoy Taylor. Are you British? So that I didn't like it. Yeah, so I decided no. When I come back, I'll change my name to Kweku Taylor because I wanted to be identified with Ghana. When you say Anthony Joy Taylor, people will have that impression that, or they'll be expecting to see a white guy. But here I am a black man, so and I was Wednesday born, so I decided to use my day born.
That's nice. And then coming to the course you studied at university, there were so many courses, or there are so many courses. Why did you decide to study that particular course? Land economy, yeah.
Yeah, land economy has never been my. It wasn't ever my desire to go and read land economy. In 1996, when we completed sixth form, there was a backlog of 1 year. I mean, uh, people to enter the university. The 1995 year group and 1996 year group, we had that backlog. So they gave the opportunity to us, the 1996 group, that those of us who qualified, we could still apply. And when the information came and I looked at the courses available, I didn't want to stay at home for another year. Yeah, because I had done my national service. And if I had to wait, it means that I waste a whole year. So when I saw land economy and I qualified for it, so and I joined. Yes.
Thank you. Life in Sunderland. Echo school abuchi. Uma minyi ho papa nyi ho. One could say ababa not then.
Oh no, it's so cool because me kind of me afro, but I know me na fine. Me 2011 to 2013 January, I'm back. I made a lot of friends. I went to exhibit my potentials, especially in the field of music. While you program maybe I'll go on stage, go and sing some of my father's songs, and it was a good experience selling Saltpond, Ghana and Africa. Me and Gofu Bebre, they know what Pemasam. Kweku, Kweku, Kweku. That's what they were all calling me. Until after that, making impact with Sunderland. Boko, yearbook na museum wo ma me pictures a me show wo stage na wo mam fans da ma nti me ka jime kakra fine.
Yeah, cause the music no ntimu the run through the family, run through guitar so ha. Nka more guitar may bibi kakra. And now with that guitar still a bit my bibi kakama. When I watch with them American or no quite true.
Okay. Oh, music no the demo ma am yimi ni. Na musicians. In fact, guitar na I mean na musician bo first. Na me kire mu nuanem ya Henry na William ya ma na me kire on guitar bo. Those days no. In fact, more elementary school na mbobo guitar assembly. Every Sunday bia mbo ya na menya kakra mam da ahya mo na mda support mo the whole week. It's music no
Na into my freestyle kakra. Freestyle kakra. Oh, I daddy uncle Botella na nyumpo a. No, you found them.
Wana na kuko na watu he. Wana na kuko na watu he. Na watu he. Na watu he nchefropi. Wana na kuko na watu he.
Hey, Uncle Botella, one of the name yeah.
One of the tracks he did in the 70s.
In the 70s.
Yeah.
You might too, you know, the mutant about me, sure the merit to where you assume Moraine, the one and now cook on over there. You tell us, is a young woman or what?
You know, or time, or beyond and the time. Because the farmer no, na nyuma over no. I see so I popular. It's a young baby or ma. This I am popular. Youth know what, but if you there, yeah, and youth know. When they, especially Saltpond youth, most of them are into music now. Everybody is doing his bit, and I'll encourage those who have decided to do music there. They should take it serious. The space is big. There's no competition because music is not something either. Let's say music event minti obi it's a continuity until be able to say space no so into more so 1 year. That's it.
When it comes to Saltpond, one away music now, one particular artist another will be who 18 in your man.
Soulful musicians. Today it's very biased. Wow. Because I have a brother, Roy X Taylor. If you know, he's into music. Now, me penny music. It's not just life. It's an obsession and a family thing. And I direct him. But beyond him, you know, there are a lot of other soulful artists. Me say one me want interact also behind the scenes. Someone like Esimamu, Marani, 11 Horse 2. Yeah, quite a number of them.
Your dad is a very great man, Mr. Uncle Taylor, very renowned Ghanaian musician. Growing up, knowing that this is my father, did it in any way influence you positively or negatively?
Oh, yeah, my dad has had a lot of influence on me. There are a lot of things he taught me at home. You know, he had gone through the mill. He's had a lot of experiences. You know, for example, at some point he saw that I was getting glued to the guitar. So he thought it would sway me away from my studies. He had had some experience himself, so he didn't want me to go into music. You know, I was actually playing music. It was something that was in me. So I was learning about music all the time. But his purpose was that I should rather concentrate on my books. Music should be secondary. So I think with that, it helped me a lot.
So looking at your father being a Botella, wama uti manya odawa at a point today, hey, my daddy is Uncle Botella, so wama uti manya odawa.
Oh, no, no, no. Yeah, when we were growing up, and times were really, 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 really tough for us. And see, now it's in the because 1980s, 90s, no professional, I was almost down. No musicians in Ghana musicians in he's one of those few people who stayed. See, life no easy man. But he kept on encouraging us. And I'm trying. You may be my be that father at the time, marathon ice water, ice cream, pancake, pan, it blew. Mama, we be my from Ankafra to Dirwa. Nkofu nyim baby or home because me are from almost every day pun school my boss ice cream especially pun school my boss ya muzeko even at high school na mo cotton emo esichire na azu man kesim ade nti in the me tana se menya mo ti bina mo no ma na anya de no more no mo de biara but it's just by the grace of God and some form of determination that we had when we were.
This is a yama was the ice cream. This is to my ice cream. My sis.
Man no me be ice cream is it me that got to your point no my na mpombo ho mangasa na me yam cotton na ma ba me discount ma to na me ya for bon me this me ya this car ben nti god no me situation ayewo me na na ya struggle nti o say obi a odin ni support or the ba my family no stand yeah.
Growing up in Saltpond, another brother, binim kakade onye easy, always and papa. And to you, how growing up with the kakraba, the opinion, how was it like? Was it tough for you? Not to the environment, no, not was it helping your growth?
Support in fact no it wasn't easy growing up in Saltpond but one thing I liked about the town is it's like we're a family. Even when we were hungry, I can't remember in those days when I was a kid, I could enter any house. I had friends, I would go and eat there. I mean, there was that kind of link between among the people of Sopon. So I knew every household in those days. It is if you pull us it might be in bad, Mr. Diane, Mr. Young could be and seven new parents in once me kind of be raw nature, muka to me you can cry. Yes. But if you there in your mind ye can cry. The opportunities that are available now were not available in those days. See, I feel that the young ones coming up and they should really grasp the opportunities.
Binim so kade bibi efi another bibi wo no entum ntena wo na enye ye. Mutumu de higher from American higher net na ya na yamena doma etum edu dem pempendi. The master me what do you have to say about it today? Or am pade bibi eteno chide tukwan bi ka chide kwa akra. Ana chide kokro kasim ansana etuma ye. The master me edwen ho den.
To me, yes or no answer for this kind of question. But the bottom line is, it depends on the individual. Yes, your own drive, your own background. For me, for example, my motivation is my background. I mean, and I knew where I was coming from, and I had some things that I wanted to have, for myself. I needed to achieve something. So that background driving me towards what I wanted to achieve in the future is all that has made me who I am today. And he said, soap on harm, say whether the environment is good or not. And one can also you can take advantage of what is available and then harness it to your benefit.
Okay, so now air can be there. Aton bibia be there. Ice cream na say de. American. And then from about me sure the who obey the mazen. Upon school on for ice cream creature. Baby na 1 year. On you must some with you but on yet. But our time a year. Instead of more from ban CCA so be here. Aba some never catch them from out to them. One also or ya zon.
I catch on the also one can say you ask me what my issue wo environment another wo background wo mami no ho chin onye wa be wiase alright onye wo fault do onye wa be wiase na bo suffer but onye wa be wi abe so wiase no o good a wo so wo mi bi nti mgbe obi a wo so botum ade bi a botum aye za support wo parents o say sabe o mo ton ice cream o mo ton biru o me dey o sisi on tell mo so mangasa man kampo obi mo fi de me no wo mu tu bibi kasi bi do da bi anya dem not you ask no or start nka ndi say ice cream no say ice water na botton a eton ye ya obotum wa abo ona na botum ze tu school fees o da to atara mo bibi a ehia wa me wetum anya nti say bibi ara o hye won say da o say da tumi ye no o say na zo bua
Sure the from na work we take. What na super so. My next question I'm putting be the papa or your uncle Taylor. You can describe now. How will you describe your dad?
well I would say he's an intellectual musician. Um, he didn't just do music. he did music to impact the world. He had a vision, and he has been living that mission, throughout his life. The Professor Hagen told me that your dad, you could have become anything. He could have become, because he was his mate at St. Augustine. He said he could have become anything, but he both decided to do music. And the music that he did it well, and the whole world knows him. So it's like also a message to the youth. Whatever you are doing, if it's music or whatever profession you choose for yourself, you must commit yourself to do it well, and it will pay off for you. Yes.
All right, and say I can't university as some Saltpond boy. I work on university. Nah, Abraba not then. How was it like?
Oh, okay. Fact, before I'm go university, no, my family had my letter, admission letter that time. The men and so I'm tech Kumasi. Master minimum monko hada. See, my letter na na so prepare what the kasi kalim. Tech. In fact, no, that time 1997. Na I the mangotin so point behind you university or at that time. See, na like flowing no easy. There will be a woman fee when you want to be share. Apart from Ogasco boys now a minimum one, not to them minimum obia until I had to start making friends. But it was a nice experience on campus. Yeah, for 4 years, Mikezi Kumasi for my first degree. It was a nice experience. At the Siano in Finzago in Dewankasa, you don't have anything until additions are free for everybody. So once one side read the questions are and coupon say I join I should be on the team. So additions you could do is sharing yeah family them coupon and number no we get no.
See, after school, yeah, was service. So after service, what was your first job? What first did you make?
That was with Consolidated Properties. It was a private valuation firm. What we do is we are into estate administration and management and property valuation. So if you want to buy a property, you need to know how much you want to pay for it. Or if someone is selling his property, there need to be a value on it so that you can go into negotiation. See, when your profession, so obi you them now, na higher valuation, na I didn't scare. Tomorrow I'm a chartered surveyor. I'm a member of the Ghana Institution of Surveyors. Yeah.
See, what first job in your area? No, what were some of the challenges? What challenges I faced?
First job, in fact, it was because it's a private firm, it's a small firm. Until now, on your all that, but it was a learning process because the woman that I was working with, she was very meticulous and okay, if you have to go and bid for a job. Or even say I now for those things, be or maybe until every time it was a struggle here. Do this, do it, you can't do it, or give it to Taylor. Taylor can do it. See, I mean, motivate more na yeah, ECG job, baby. ECG, yeah, they have annual revaluation of their properties. Until that time, the company won that contract. Until I had that occasion to be knowing ECG and the key people there, and that connection came. That's how I managed to.
Your journey through life seems very interesting, but then you be on some our challenges. So far, what has been your major challenge in this life?
Major challenge. Well, I would say that I the Musrazi, Musrazi. Until sometimes movie be also there me make I am musro. And but that fear is being gradually turned into something positive. It makes me really sit down, plan before I jot out, so that I don't go and face any trouble. Yeah.
So if you're not working, say in office area, Juma, what are some of the hobbies that you engage in?
First of all, I like listening to music, and I play the guitar just to entertain myself and my family. I'm not doing music professionally, and I like watching movies. I like to read. I read a lot. This basically are my hobbies: reading, listening to music, doing music myself.
Early on, Mom, may I aware that you are married. Pretty home. When did you get married? Any kids so far?
Um, well, I got married in the year 2006, August 2006, and I had my first child in the following year, 2007 October, and I now have two girls and a boy.
But there are so many young guys out there who swear. That's the when you're welcome to show from I call you an icon. Most of us look up to you. It will be catching and I will motivate and oh, it's a good thing. We should try and then settle down growing up.
Okay. Our oya aza erazi sabi na ono wahyehyɛ. The from day one obo wiase no oya one of the first human institutions that God established. Nti aza yankopɔn wa sanctions it. Na ɔkyerɛ dɛ ɔyɛ adze papa. Na nkurɔfo awɔre osi dɛm abere. Ɔmmo a nkyɛ wɔnyɛ. Na ɛmɛso mpo mo wɔre ɔnkyere biara dze. Naso mehu dɛ awɔre yie. Nti my age obiara sɛ wo time so dɛ ɔsɛ dɛ ɛwɔre na if you can do it mandwen dɛ ebia dɛm eyi na awɔre no problems wom eyi ne sɛ problems wom nti woso no ɛnwɔre no ɔso no obiara na hyɛ do. But awɔre in general ɔyɛ Awurade na wahyehyɛ nti ɔkyerɛ dɛ ɔyɛ adze papa.
Also, where it was in a washer or as a papa and one person. Na ebutuma na aware. I use nkɔmɔ papa nkɔmɔ no menya agye ho bebree. Ebi na obi wɔ fie or hwɛ another obi wɔ around the person looks up to you. But if akɔnɔ is stranded, you are probably on who the way forward. On who has on yet. When you nkɔbɛ yɛ bibi but ebi asuro bi hyɛ no mu. The person doesn't know the way forward. So if you get the opportunity then you nimpa yi bakasa apa asɛm na ebetuma aka sɛ motivate nimpa bi ɔte dem.
Well, feel dɛ obi biara wɔ hɔ no ɔsɛ yɛ biribi a ɛdi si wɔn yɛ dɛ ɛbɛyɛ. Sɛ ɛpɛ dɛ ɛyɛ teacher nya akyerɛkyerɛ nya ɔsɛ dɛ start isua the roots a ɛbɛfa do na dze abɛyɛ teacher. Sɛ ɛpɛ dɛ ɛyɛ carpenter ɔsɛ dɛ isua ebi I go into apprenticeship. Adze biara a ɛpɛ dɛ ɛyɛ no ɔsɛ isua kwan a ɛbɛfa do ɛdze ayɛ. Na ewe edwuma bebree wɔ hɔ nti wankasa ɔsɛ ɛhwɛ edwuma a feel dɛ oyi mo a ɛwɔ passion for enyim dɛ sɛ if you go into it you'll be able to give up your best na esua no ho enyama ɔbɛta ho nti ɔsɛ dɛ ekwa na reya na ɔkyerɛ dɛ you are doing it well na wankasa so you will have that inner satisfaction that okay, this is what I set out to do and I've been able to do it. This is how far I've come. Bibia anyi hɔ a iyo Nyankopɔn ɔdze potentialities no ɔdze ahyɛ hɛn mu. Ogu ahom gu hɛn do. Ɔdze ne n'ahom ɔdze gu hɛn. Nti dza apɛ dɛ yɛ bia wotumi ayɛ. There's no way as the bɛka dɛ isuro. People have done it. There are a lot of stories out there. Nkɔ ekyi Saltpond heyala from of old mpanyinfo bebree hɔ a yɛte wɔn ka Sadikata, Professor Ansan, Professor Alote, Justice Taylor. All these people are there. You can, they have their biographies. But you may read about them and it will motivate you. And also, we be happy there in it my.
The more can no, we be a pede be a yeah. Tiana ye, Nasian, and Crabata, or ye mocha cacahono. Na ye, yeah, na ye. And St. Patrol, I won't coffee be a pede a teacher one out of be a pede, isn't she a common?
Okay, first of all, no, in that's my uncle point. Me my family, papa, my mommy, or Mbua was Abuam up to this time. So upon youth in general, I mean, maybe Chroma, the way I wear my menu agent, honorable chief, chairman, where meeting me, I'm dead, meeting that say, I think I'll be a more the one quarter na one show them alive, no, na, most Baba come out maybe after the mayor, Matobuan, my name is Abua.